Have you ever encountered the dilemma of favoring one sleeping position over another? People have diverse preferences. Some favor sleeping on their stomachs, others on their right or left sides. Then there are those who find comfort curled up in a fetal position, and others who prefer lying flat on their stomachs. Furthermore, there are individuals who enjoy donning pajamas and those who do not. Some find solace in being covered by blankets, while others prefer the freedom of movement. If you've never pondered this issue, a Zen story awaits to illuminate the consequences of sleeping on your left side. So, stay tuned until the end, as what you're about to discover will astonish you and prompt a revaluation of your sleep habits. But before we delve further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to stay updated on our latest releases. In a serene Buddhist monastery nestled amidst the mountains of Japan, amidst the tranquility of the gardens, the venerable and sagacious monk Shinzo chose to dedicate a special evening to impart profound insights on the nuances of our sleeping habits. The moon, luminous and full in the night sky, seemed to bestow its blessings upon the atmosphere of introspection that enveloped the devout disciples assembled in the main hall. Seated on a tatami mat, Shinzo commenced speaking in a tranquil tone, his words akin to a gentle breeze that tenderly stirred the minds of his audience. Today, esteemed disciples, we shall explore the virtues of sleeping on one's left side, the optimal choice for enhancing physical health and nurturing emotional well-being, the monk commenced. Together, we shall delve into the intricate correlations between the practice of left-sided slumber, its physiological benefits, and its implications for spiritual enlightenment. By the culmination of our discourse, you shall comprehend why Buddhist monks have embraced left-side sleeping for centuries. As the disciples grew increasingly captivated and intrigued by the discourse, Shinzo continued his address in accordance with ancient Eastern tradition. The interconnection among body, mind, and spirit stood as a fundamental aspect of the journey toward wisdom and equilibrium, with left side sleeping holding profound significance. This choice was not arbitrary, but stemmed from a deep comprehension of the physiological and spiritual principles guiding the practice of slumber. The primary benefit of left side sleeping, the monk expounded, is the facilitation of optimal lymphatic drainage. Lymph, traversing through our body, must do so akin to a tranquil river meandering gracefully through the land. Notably, the left side of our body serves as the custodian of this crucial flow, bearing the burden of proteins, glucose, and other substances. Resting on this side metaphorically paves a clear passage for the river, enabling our body to expel toxins, much like a river carries away the dry leaves of drifting trees. Casting a benevolent gaze upon his disciples, Shinzo eloquently unveiled the second boon. The stomach and pancreas resembled the deities of our internal sanctuary, he elucidated. When reclining on our left side, we create a sacred space for the intricate choreography of these organs, prompting gastric juices to dance with the elegance of performers in a grand theatrical spectacle. You see, such slumber transcends mere physicality. It extends an invitation to an internal festivity. A silent revelry has enzymes prepare our body for the dawn of a new day. Delighted by the disciples' fervent engagement, the monk proceeded to expound upon the third benefit stemming from left-side slumber, purification. A veritable nocturnal ritual, resting on one's left side, he imparted, facilitates the passage of digestive waste akin to a brook flowing through fertile terrain. The intestine becomes a verdant garden where nutrients are sown, and come morning, our body readies itself for a ritual of elimination, a daily rebirth. Beneath the gentle glow suffusing the chamber, Shinzo further elaborated on another advantage of left-side sleeping, speaking to the heart's affection. Our heart reigns supreme over our corporeal realm, he remarked with a serene smile. By embracing left side slumber, we furnish the heart with an optimal setting for its endeavors. The aorta, its faithful messenger, embarks on its journey from a stately arch toward the left side, akin to a voyager traversing a bridge, thereby easing its passage and fostering a more harmonious blood flow. The monk rose slightly, swaying in rhythm with his narratives, and proceeded to expound upon the fifth boon. And now, let us delve into the spleen, the steadfast attendant, he declared. This concealed organ, guardian of our life essence, finds solace when we recline on our left side. Bodily fluids serve as messengers of this tranquility, converging upon the spleen like pilgrims arriving at a clandestine sanctuary, bestowing nourishment and revitalization. With a profound gaze, Shinzo introduced the sixth fifth infused with poetic essence. Much akin to nature, following the course of a river, sleeping on the left side embodies a connection with gravity, the silent maestro guiding our nocturnal journey, he mused. Gravity assumes the role of custodian over the pathways of our lymphatic drainage, a tacit companion accompanying our body through its purification rite. In embracing left side slumber, the sage continued, we discover equilibrium between body and mind. Such slumber transcends mere bodily comfort. Ancient Oriental wisdom imparts that this mode of repose enriches our health and fosters connectivity with both the internal and external realms. It serves as a profound cue to existence, unveiling itself within the dreams and serenity of the left side. Thus, sleeping in this manner transcends mere bodily repose. It presents an opportunity for inner awakening and spiritual enlightenment. While the world lies ensconced in deep slumber, we, as practitioners of conscious left-sided sleep, delve into the depths of being. It stands as a sacred juncture wherein the mind liberates itself from the shackles of mundane thoughts, unveiling subtle gateways to universal awareness. Shinzo, still beaming at his disciples, elucidated upon the concept of yin and yang equilibrium in sleep. The left side, embodying a more yin essence, envelops us in the embrace of night. The tranquility engendered by this practice is a boon, a tribute to our inner essence. Through tangible anecdotes, Shinzo recounted nights wherein the monks, immersed in the practice of conscious left-sided slumber, perceived the flow of energy akin to a placid river coursing through their being, vital energies harmonizing with the dance of nature while their bodies rested, thus fostering a resonance that permeated the entire monastery. The benefits of this practice, therefore, transcend the physical realm, extending into the spiritual domain. Delving deeper into the exploration of its physical advantages, Shinzo recounted tales of elderly monks who, through embracing this practice, had witnessed enhanced flexibility and strength in their meditation endeavors. Thus, sleeping on the left side emerges as an ideal complement to the quest for enlightenment, laying the groundwork for harmonizing mind and body. In between anecdotes, the monk underscored the significance of integrating this awareness into daily life, transforming it into a wholesome habit never to be forsaken. Let us not confine this practice solely to the tranquility of the monastery, he emphasized, but rather, let us carry it forth into our homes, honoring our bodies as temples wherein the sanctity of the night resides. Shinzo, attuned to the sounds of the cicadas and the gentle murmurs of the river surrounding the monastery, remarked, nature itself imparts the importance of aligning our slumber with the rhythm of the universe. The left side, akin to a leaf swayed by the breeze, binds us to this eternal dance. As his disciples listened intently, Shinzo divulged further significant benefits of left side slumber. Sleeping in this manner, he expounded, enhances breathing, fostering a harmonious interplay between airflow and heartbeats. By reclining on your left side, your trachea and esophagus assume a more natural and aligned position relative to your spine, easing the passage of air towards the lungs and facilitating unobstructed breathing. Moreover, the diaphragm, the primary respiratory muscle, resides beneath the lungs. Left side slumber permits the diaphragm to move with greater freedom, promoting deep, uninterrupted breathing. Furthermore, the heart's left-sided location within the chest holds pivotal importance. Sleeping on this side alleviates pressure on the heart and bolsters superior blood circulation. Additionally, left side slumber can mitigate acid reflux. In this position, the stomach rests lower than the esophagus, diminishing the risk of gastric acid flowing back into the esophagus. Shinto added, sleeping in this manner offers natural support to the spine, ensuring optimal alignment for a rejuvenating awakening. Have you ever noticed, queried the monk, the natural shaped curvature of the spine? When reclining on your left side, this posture mirrors the spine's innate anatomical curvature, minimizing stress on discs and joints. Remember, imparted the monk, that left side slumber transcends mere bodily repose. It emerges as a pathway to mindfulness and spiritual evolution. Just as Buddhist monks, cognizant of the symbiosis betwi, did you know that the way you breathe can lengthen or shorten your life? And did you know that if you breathe less, you live more? Yes, as counterintuitive as it may seem, that's exactly how it is. To realize this, just take a look at nature. For example, a dog breathing about 30 times a minute lives only 10 to 15 years. Turtles, sharks, and other animals that are among the longest lived in the world, breathing about 3 times a minute, think that they can live up to 500 years. And in the middle, there are us human beings who, with our 15 to 20 breaths per minute, live between 80 and 100 years. In this motivational video, using a Zen story and the wisdom of the Japanese monk Ki, we will see how we can work on our breathing to live more peacefully and longer. I recommend that you stay until the end, and because I remind you that the Japanese are among the human beings who live the longest, therefore, thanks to their wisdom and ability to achieve inner peace, they have much to teach us. But before continuing, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share the video. In this way, you will help us produce new valuable content every day for your personal and spiritual growth. In a remote village in Japan, in a Buddhist monastery surrounded by mountains and fog, lived the elderly monk Kenji, known for his wisdom. His calm steps echoed in the stone corridors of the monastery as he headed towards the meeting place, where his disciples awaited him with eyes eager to learn the secrets of life and serenity. Not only his disciples were present at the meeting, but also doctors and yoga masters. The theme of the lesson, in fact, was breathing as a tool for living long. A young disciple, driven by a thirst for knowledge and eager to learn more, immediately asked, "Master Kenji, I have heard that breath control can reveal the secrets of life and lead to serenity. Can you teach us this ancient art?" Kenji smiled kindly and took advantage of the boy's question to begin his lesson. "Breathing is the bridge between the body and the mind," he said. "Observe nature, and you will understand the secret of life. Look at the dog, which breathes hastily and lives a maximum of 15 years, and look at the turtle or shark, which breathes about 3 times a minute and lives up to 500 years. The monk continued explaining the profound connection between breathing, longevity, and inner peace. The ancient sages understood that the number of breaths is limited, but not the time on earth. Therefore, they began to study how to reduce the number of breaths and increase their depth, because, remember, slow and conscious breathing is the key to a peaceful and lasting life. Now, even science has arrived at this truth. To make these concepts more tangible, Kenji asked the young disciple to come along for a practical session. "Practice abdominal breathing," he said, guiding the disciple through the expansion and contraction of the abdomen with each breath. "You will feel how your body tunes into the harmonious rhythm of the universe." After this practical demonstration, the master continued by telling stories of ancient yogis who, through breath control, achieved profound connections with the cosmos. Breathing is more than just a physiological act, he said. It is the thread that unites our being to the fabric of the universe. When we master breathing, we become attuned to the rhythm of existence. To explain the effect of breathing on the mind, Kenji used concrete examples. Imagine your mind as a mirror. When the breath is agitated, the mirror is blurred. But when the breath is calm, the mirror reflects clearly. Conscious breathing dispels mental confusion, bringing clarity, peace, and serenity. As those present were increasingly captivated by the stories and examples they were hearing, Master Kenji also introduced the importance of slowing down the pace of breathing in moments of stress and tension. When you feel anger or anxiety approaching, slow your breathing. It's an act of kindness to yourself, a way to give yourself a break and think about solutions to problems. To make the lesson even more valuable, Kenji talked about the effect of breathing on sensory perception. Have you ever noticed that when your breathing slows, your perceptions become more acute? You can perceive sounds and smells of astonishing clarity. Life reveals itself in every conscious breath. The monk also shared an ancient mantra that embodies the essence of mindful breathing practice. Inhale kindness, exhale gratitude. This mantra, Kenji explained, reminds us to cultivate a compassionate heart through breathing. Each inhalation serves to receive kindness, and each exhalation serves to offer gratitude. The people present at the lesson felt more and more serene. Kenji's story had become a personal journey, an invitation to explore the mystery of life through breathing. At the end of the lesson, Kenji shared a very important practical tip. In the business of everyday life, take time to breathe consciously. Even a few minutes a day can transform your experience of life. Breathing is the portal to a fuller, more fulfilling life. Remember, your life is made up of breaths, and every breath is a gift. In conclusion, what does this story between age-old wisdom and medicine teach us? That correct breathing is crucial for maintaining health. That although this is a given, they don't talk about it either in schools or most doctors. The importance of effective breathing is not only limited to providing oxygen to the body and eliminating carbon dioxide together with waste, but extends to the awareness that air constitutes the main source of vital energy, a principle already understood by ancient cultures. Breathing deeply means nourishing yourself with this vital energy that sustains us. Furthermore, correct breathing plays an essential role in massaging the thoracic and abdominal organs, contributing to their well-being. Remember, breathing, although an automatic process of the body, can be voluntarily controlled. Therefore, although man has forgotten the correct way to breathe over the millennia, with a little effort, he can learn and give himself extra years of life in health and serenity. And what do you think? What relationship do you have with your breathing? Write it in the comments, and let's talk about it together. How often have you been told that forgiveness is essential in life? And how many times have we attempted it unsuccessfully? Furthermore, have you ever considered why forgiveness might not always be advisable? According to Buddha, forgiveness is often presented as a means to cleanse ourselves, find inner peace, and embark on a genuine spiritual journey. Through the forthcoming story, you'll gain insight into the true essence of forgiveness within Buddhist tradition. So, stay tuned until the end, because what you're about to hear will challenge conventional notions of forgiveness, offering invaluable insights for interpersonal relationships and personal development. But before we proceed, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel, enabling notifications, and sharing the video. These simple acts won't cost you a thing, but will aid us in creating new content daily for your spiritual enrichment. Residing in an ancient monastery nestled amid the mountains of India was an elderly and sagacious monk named Keshav, renowned for his profound understanding of the Buddhist path. While his attire was modest, his eyes gleamed with the clarity of one who had traversed a lengthy spiritual odyssey. One day, a troubled individual approached the monk, burdened by unseen troubles in his heart. "Master Keshav," the man said, his voice trembling with emotion, "how can I truly grasp the concept of forgiveness as taught by Buddhism?" With his characteristic gentleness, Keshav motioned for the man to take a seat and began to recount a tale that would shed light on the path to understanding forgiveness. Once upon a time, Keshav commenced, there were two disciples of Buddha. They were the sons of a respected merchant from East India, a man devoted to his trade and committed to securing his family's prosperity. One day, the merchant observed that his children were spending more time at the feet of Buddha than tending to the family business. His concern deepened, casting a shadow over his countenance as he witnessed his heirs forsaking commerce to follow a man who appeared to spend his days in quiet meditation. This father, Keshav elaborated, believed his sons were neglecting their familial duties and growing increasingly resentful as he pondered the influence Buddha wielded over his descendants. Determined to address the situation, the merchant resolved to confront Buddha directly. Venturing to the place where Buddha held court, the merchant encountered him in a state of tranquil repose, his eyes half-lidded and a serene smile adorning his face. Anger surged within the merchant. He felt betrayed, convinced that Buddha was stealing his children's future. Consumed by rage and despair, the merchant devised a plan to publicly humiliate Buddha, envisioning spitting on him and holding him accountable for the perceived harm inflicted upon his family. But as he stood before Buddha, beholding his serene countenance, something shifted within him. The aura surrounding Buddha exuded such tranquility and peace that, for a fleeting moment, the man's vengeful intentions wavered. Yet, his pride recoiled at the notion of acquiescing to such profound serenity. Strengthened by resolve, he proceeded to spit in Buddha's face. The disciples of Buddhism moved to defend their teacher, but Buddha remained unruffled, his gaze steady and his smile unwavering. Keshav depicted the ensuing atmosphere as if a blanket of calm had descended upon the scene. Buddha, he recounted, did not respond with anger. He sat with eyes half-lidded, accepting the seemingly offensive act with an open heart. Witnessing Buddha's reaction, the merchant recognized the futility of his actions, and the anger he had harbored gave way to remorse. All the accusations and insults he had prepared flashed through his mind, yet in the presence of such serene tranquility, they seemed inconsequential. Buddha didn't rebuke the man, he didn't shame them. Instead, he extended compassion and tranquility. Keshav elaborated. Pausing his narrative, the monk underscored a pivotal lesson. "My friend," he imparted, "forgiveness mirrors that serenity of Buddha. It isn't merely a concrete action. It isn't merely uttering, 'I forgive you.' It unfolds when we're willing to release the past and perceive the individual before us through new eyes." Resuming the tale, the monk depicted how the man, moved by Buddha's compassion, returned home. The juxtaposition of the serene Buddha and his own act of spitting haunted his thoughts. That evening, Keshav recounted, the man wrestled with insomnia. His mind oscillated between the image of Buddha's tranquil smile and the memory of his own disgraceful action. He stood at the crossroads of remorse for his past and the prospect of a different future. Keshav underscored the significance of this juncture in the narrative. That man, he elucidated, was undergoing profound introspection. He grappled with self-forgiveness, plagued by guilt and shame over his conduct. Over days of inner turmoil, he realized that his mind incessantly conjured distressing scenarios rooted in the past. Imagination, Keshav asserted, can serve as a potent ally or a formidable adversary. Mishandled, it can perpetuate an endless cycle of anger and resentment. As time passed, the man began to grasp that Buddha hadn't reacted to his actions with condemnation, but with a clear purpose. Gradually, he relinquished thoughts of retaliation and earnestly sought forgiveness. One day, he returned to Buddha's presence, no longer consumed by fury, but with genuine remorse. "Forgive me, revered master," he implored. "My ignorance has blinded me. I was solely fixated on my life and my family's prosperity." With his eyes half-lidded and a serene smile, Buddha listened to the man's plea. However, when asked for forgiveness, he gently declined. "I cannot grant you forgiveness," he explained, "for there is nothing to forgive. You have committed no offense against me." The man, taken aback, inquired why Buddha refused to forgive him, as Keshav elucidated. Inspired by Buddha's example, the merchant embarked on a journey of self-forgiveness. With time, he learned to release the burden of guilt and shame that had plagued him. Meditation became his sanctuary, where he mastered the art of observing each moment without succumbing to past memories or future anxieties. Dear friend, Keshav addressed the attentive man, forgiveness isn't merely an outward gesture, but an act of compassion that extends inwardly as well. As we learn to perceive each moment anew, transcending painful recollections and releasing the grip of our destructive thoughts, we pave the path to inner tranquility. The narrative progressed with the merchant who, inspired by spiritual practice, gradually healed past wounds and approached Buddha to express his gratitude. Are you aware that each individual we cross paths with is there for a purpose? And did you realize that every soul we encounter plays a distinct role in our journey? Each meeting, whether brief or enduring, be it a passionate love affair or a mere brush with someone on our journey, constitutes a vital fragment in the tapestry of our life. Yet, what remains concealed is the grand design behind these interlacing destinies. If you linger till the video's conclusion through the Zen narrative shared, you will come to understand that every person enters our existence for a particular reason, highlighting that life is an expedition of enlightenment where each interaction serves as a chance to acquire knowledge and evolve. Indeed, those we meet along our voyage invariably carry a significant gift, a lesson to be absorbed, wisdom to be embraced. Thus, settle in and allow yourself to be enthralled by the richness and profundity of this Zen tale. But before we proceed, should you not have done it yet, do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our offerings aimed at nurturing your spiritual journey. Beneath a sky of unparalleled clarity, shrouded in a veil of morning haze, the essence of cherry blossoms filled the air, infusing the temple's gardens with their delicate aroma. Within this haven of tranquility, basked in the serene light of dawn, the youthful Hiroshi sought out the enlightened monk Hotaka, his heart weighed down by a query smoldering within like a quiet flame. "Teacher, what leads some individuals into our lives?" Hotaka, with a gaze that seemed to reach into the very depths of Hiroshi's being, comforted the young seeker in a voice both serene and profound. "No encounter, my child, happens by mere chance. Every individual we stumble upon is akin to a seed sown by fate in our life's garden, a cherished gift bearing both a lesson and a chance for self-improvement. Some of these seeds blossom into transient flowers, adorning our days with their brief splendor, leaving behind a memory as tender as the whisper of a spring zephyr. Others grow into towering trees, providing solace and support through the ages, standing as beacons of resilience and enlightenment on our path. Bear in mind that each of these seeds, thus each soul, carries forward the potential for new beginnings, a bud of hope that feeds our spirit. And be mindful that within the vast tapestry of interactions that speckle our existence, we encounter three primary archetypes of individuals, three roles that serve as unforeseen mentors on our path to personal development. Initially, we have those aptly termed as mentors. These individuals, through their insight and exemplariness, light the way for us. They impart invaluable knowledge, motivate us to transcend our boundaries, and unveil new vistas of understanding. They might be educators, advisors, spiritual leaders, or simply wise souls whose paths briefly intersect with ours, etching a lasting imprint on our essence. Their guidance may manifest in various guises: timely counsel, narratives that broaden our outlook, profound dialogues that stir and provoke thought, or exemplary lives that urge us toward self-improvement. Mentors play a crucial role in enhancing our consciousness, enabling us to tackle adversities with bravery and resolve, to foster empathy and affection towards others, and to pursue a life of greater authenticity and significance. Following are those identified as companions on the journey. These individuals walk a segment of our path alongside us, providing solidarity, camaraderie, and understanding. In their company, we navigate obstacles, revel in successes, and derive lessons from mutual experiences. They could be enduring friends, kin, workmates, or individuals linked by shared enthusiasms and pursuits. Their support takes various forms: comforting words in moments of despair, a joyous smile that illuminates our day, tangible assistance in times of need, or earnest conversations that spur personal development. Companions on the journey make us feel part of something larger than ourselves, helping us approach life's trials with a calmer spirit, to share in the spectrum of human emotion, and to forge profound, lasting connections. Lastly, we meet the mirrors, those who reflect back at us the elements of our character we often overlook or rebuff. Their presence offers a chance for deeper self-exploration, shining a light on both our virtues and our flaws. They might be individuals who provoke us, challenge us, or simply cause us to ponder our identity and life's ambitions. Though their role may sometimes be challenging, it is invaluable. They confront us with our fears and insecurities, compel us to face our lesser traits, and assist in our growth and maturation as individuals. Hiroshi, enlightened by his guide's teachings, grasps that each encounter is a treasured opportunity for enlightenment and growth, urging us to embrace with gratitude anyone who steps into our lives, recognizing their unique contribution to our personal development. With time, we learn to discern the hidden wisdom in every meeting and to move through the vast tapestry of existence with joy and thankfulness. The journey, the venerable and sagacious monk elaborates, calls for allies who facilitate our growth and support. Such individuals inspire us to break through barriers and ascend to heightened states of consciousness, spurring us on towards the pinnacle version of ourselves. Moreover, rejuvenation is key. Hence, certain encounters inject a revitalizing energy into our essence, unveiling new vistas and reviving our spirits. Life, challenging and rigorous as it is, demands encouragement. Thus, we cross paths with those whose actions serve as reminders of our journey's true essence, bolstering our resolve and equipping us with the bravery to advance against the tide, even amidst formidable trials. Hotaka, with Hiroshi hanging on his every word, encourages contemplation. Even those who wound us with their remarks or deeds emerge as unparalleled instructors. Acting as core stones along our path, they school us in resilience and fortification of spirit, schooling us in endurance and the art of navigating hardships. Moreover, there are those who uphold us, akin to the roots of a stalwart tree, offering solace and stability in turbulent times. Such figures stand as a steady and comforting force, enabling us to meet trials with valor and intent, bestowing upon us the emotional steadiness and tranquility we deeply seek. Hiroshi, reflecting on the sage's insights, recalls with fondness the ally who stood by him in a time of need, a haven amidst life's tumultuous seas, an anchor that offered protection and steered him back on course. And what of those who brighten our cosmos as enduring stars? The master muses further. Ever-present beacons that navigate us through life, cherished companions, kin, and kindred spirits with whom we share laughter and tears, dreams and confidences. Hashi beams, contemplating the cherished individuals who illuminate his journey, serving as a guiding light through the darkness. The seasoned monk imparts further enlightenment. Bear in mind, dear pupil, each interaction enriches the elaborate tapestry of your being, serving as a distinctive segment of the vast artwork that narrates your journey. Value and acknowledge each individual you meet, for they all contribute distinct threads to the narrative of your existence, crafting an intricate and unparalleled design. Over time, Hiroshi absorbs the profundity of Hotaka's teachings, guiding his soul's voyage. Thus, every interaction transforms into a moment ripe with potential for enlightenment and personal expansion, a chance to unveil new dimensions of both self and the universe. As experiences of hardship and happiness weave through his life, he learns that every soul he encounters carries a veiled boon, a lesson of immeasurable worth, and gradually, evolving into a venerable monk himself, Hiroshi imparts to the youth the wisdom gleaned from Hotaka on his spiritual journey. Existence, he instills in his followers day by day, is a continuum of meaningful encounters that embellish our lives, a symphony of spirits mingling and imparting upon one another the essence of what it means to truly live. So, what's the essence of this tale? It's that each meeting is a treasure, an avenue for advancement and enlightenment, with no one crossing our path by mere chance. Every individual plays a pivotal role. Our lives are an odyssey of discovery, a saga that unfolds with each new interaction. Hence, let us embrace every moment with happiness, with affection, with gratitude for every gift of companionship bestowed upon us by life. If you were to softly share your deepest longing with the breeze, what would it be? Perhaps an old, forgotten dream or a hope silently nestled in your soul. And what if we told you about a mystical occasion, a night when the sky blushes pink and desires resonate with amplified intensity? Would you be willing to surrender to its enchantment? This occasion arrives on April 23rd, when the full moon adorns itself in pink hues akin to blossoming cherry trees, heralding a phenomenon beyond mere astronomy. Join us on this journey as Hiro, a venerable Buddhist monk of wisdom, unveils the mysteries of the pink moon and strategies for enhancing your spiritual evolution. Through this event on April 23rd, immerse yourself in a night brimming with spirituality, folklore, and enigmas. Discover how the transformative powers of forgiveness, compassion, and love can kindle hope even in the most wounded souls. And if you stay until the video's end, prepare for a profoundly moving conclusion. Alongside the spiritual revelations of the pink moon, you might also find a key to unlocking your vault of desires and sharing your dreams with the whispering winds. But before we proceed, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and enabling notifications to stay updated on new content tailored for your spiritual journey. As the 23rd of April 2024 drew near, the first tendrils of spring sunlight pierced through the temple garden's cherry tree branches, casting a gentle glow. Within this serene ambience, the monk Hiro readied himself to impart wisdom to his eager disciples regarding the enigmatic secrets of the pink moon. Anticipation hummed in the air, for all knew that on this extraordinary night, the sky would be adorned with the ethereal glow of the pink moon, promising a spectacle steeped in spiritual significance. Hiro, his visage etched with the creases of time and ancient insight, emanated a tranquil aura that was infectious, while his eyes sparkled with profound intensity. The pink moon on the night of April 23rd, my dear disciples, Hiro began in a serene tone, is not merely a celestial spectacle, but a moment of profound rebirth and spiritual rejuvenation. Its hue, gentle and reminiscent of a rose petal, symbolizes the universal love, compassion, and tenderness that should infuse our souls. A ripple of agreement rippled through the assembled disciples, captivated by this captivating discourse. Yuki, one among them, respectfully inquired, "Master, how can we best harness the opportunities presented by the pink moon?" Hiro's smile was warm as he responded, "There exist numerous ways to honor the pink moon and tap into its benevolent energies. Firstly, I urge you to meditate beneath its luminous glow on that night. Allow its subtle energy to envelop you, aiding in the release of negative emotions, resentments, and fears that burden your spirit." Continuing, Hiro advised, "Moreover, the pink moon presents an auspicious moment to sow seeds of positive intention for the future. As it bathes your visage, close your eyes and visualize your deepest desires with clarity and an open heart. The pink moon shall nurture these aspirations, coaxing them to fruition." The disciples absorbed their master's guidance with rapt attention, contemplating the dreams and aspirations nestled within their hearts. After inspecting each disciple attentively, Hiro beckoned them to accompany him into a nearby forest nestled at the temple's edge, a mystical realm where one could lose themselves and find solace. On the eve of April 23rd, seek out a tranquil spot such as this, immerse yourselves in nature's serenity, and heed its whispers, Hiro advised. The songs of birds, the rustle of leaves, the gentle breeze, they all carry messages from nature, guiding us towards inner peace. Yet, amidst the clamor of modern life, we often overlook these sacred communiques, failing to allow their energy to permeate our hearts and souls. "Master," a disciple interjected eagerly, "why don't we journey together to this enchanted forest on that night?" And so, when the 23rd of April arrived, the disciples congregated in silence beneath the canopy of trees in that enchanting woodland, surrendering to the beauty of their surroundings. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the ethereal glow of the pink moon began to suffuse the sky with its delicate yet potent hue. "Behold the pink moon," Hiro proclaimed with emotion. "Behold its splendor and draw inspiration from its message of renewal and hope." The disciples lifted their gazes to the heavens, beholding the pink moon's majestic ascent on the horizon. Its gentle rosy light bathed their faces, while their hearts opened to the promise of growth and transformation. The night unfolded in a serene symphony of meditation and quiet contemplation beneath the gentle gaze of the pink moon, which bathed them in its nurturing glow like a tender mother. As dawn broke, the disciples felt a profound sense of renewal and vitality, as if they had been reborn with a newfound vigor and tranquility. They had absorbed the essence of Hero's teachings. The pink moon was not merely a celestial spectacle, but a sacred opportunity to tend to the garden of their souls and foster inner beauty. Master, the pink moon is indeed a marvel of beauty and spirituality, remarked Takeshi with reverence. Hiro responded in hushed tones. Indeed, it serves as a poignant reminder that life is an eternal cycle of renewal and transformation. Like the moon that waxes and wanes each night, we too have the capacity to evolve and emerge as our truest selves. Taking in his master's words, Takeshi inquired further, how can we harness this energy for our spiritual advancement? How can we ensure that this sacred night does not pass in vain? Hiro's smile was gentle as he replied. In addition to meditation and the release of negative energies, the pink moon beckons us to nurture universal love. Open your hearts to compassion for yourselves and others alike. Extend a helping hand to those in need and perform acts of selfless kindness. The pink moon will amplify your positive vibrations and radiate them outward, creating a ripple effect of compassion, benevolence, and inner serenity. Moved by Hiro's wisdom, Takeshi sought to delve deeper, voicing the collective sentiment of his fellow disciples. Master, are there any other ways we can honor the pink moon and its benevolent energy? Hiro nodded thoughtfully, acknowledging the yearning for deeper connection. Nature offers us a precious gift on this auspicious night. Close your eyes and allow the symphony of the forest to envelop you, wrapping you in a cocoon of tranquility. The songs of birds, the whisper of leaves, the gentle caress of the wind, these are nature's whispers, guiding you towards inner peace and communion with your true essence. A sacred hush descended upon the circle of disciples as they surrendered themselves to the enchanting symphony of the forest. The melodic chirping of birds intertwined with the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant murmur of a nearby stream, weaving a tapestry of harmony that resonated deep within their souls. Hiro, his presence radiating tranquility, extended his arms and drew in a deep breath. Can you feel the rhythm of nature pulsating around you as though you are intricately woven into the fabric of creation itself? Hiro's words carried the weight of ancient wisdom, inviting his disciples to attune themselves to the heartbeat of the earth. The pink moon magnifies this connection, granting you access to the timeless wisdom of the land. Listen with your heart and allow its teachings to guide you. As the pink moon ascended higher in the night sky, Hiro regaled his disciples with a captivating tale passed down through generations. Long ago, in a time shrouded in legend, there dwelled a maiden named Hana. He began, his voice a gentle cadence. Though blessed with beauty and kindness, her heart was heavy with sorrow, for she had lost her beloved to the ravages of war. But fate intervened one fateful eve, as the pink moon graced the heavens. Hiro recounted how Hana crossed paths with a venerable sage who imparted upon her the significance of the pink moon, a harbinger of hope and renewal. Advised to plant a cherry tree beneath its ethereal glow and nourish it with her tears, Hana embraced the sage's counsel with unwavering faith. And so, under the auspicious light of the pink moon, she tenderly nurtured the sapling, her tears mingling with the earth. With each passing day, the cherry tree flourished, its vibrant pink blossoms casting a luminous glow upon her garden. It became a symbol of resilience and optimism, a beacon of hope amid darkness. Then, one serendipitous day, a weary warrior stumbled upon Hana's village, his heart burdened by the scars of battle. Drawn to her kindness and warmth, the warrior found solace in Hana's embrace, and love blossomed between them like the petals of the cherry tree. They exchanged vows beneath the boughs of their beloved tree, their union a testament to the enduring power of love and a promise of new beginnings. And so the pink moon, once a celestial spectacle, became a cherished emblem of love, hope, and rebirth, not only for Hana, but for all who gazed upon its ethereal radiance. The disciples listened to the legend with rapt attention, their hearts stirred by the timeless tale of Hana and the pink moon. When Hiro concluded, a tranquil silence settled over the forest, punctuated only by the symphony of nature, the gentle chirping of birds and the rustle of leaves. What do the legend of Hana and the phenomenon of the pink moon teach us? Takeshi inquired, his voice filled with curiosity. Hiro's response was measured, delivered in a soothing tone that echoed through the stillness of the forest. They teach us that hope can thrive even in the darkest of times. He began. Have you ever found yourself waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, when the world is cloaked in silence and stillness? Have you pondered over the reasons behind it? Waking up at such an hour isn't necessarily unusual. It can stem from various factors, whether psychological or physiological. However, if this occurrence becomes habitual, there might be deeper spiritual implications at play. In this video, through the lens of a Zen story and Buddhist wisdom, you'll uncover an ancient ritual believed to dispel poverty permanently and guide you towards genuine prosperity. So, stay tuned until the end as we examine whether those who perceive this phenomenon with trepidation, viewing it as an ill omen, are indeed correct. Moreover, the insights you gain will undoubtedly aid your journey of personal and spiritual growth, providing profound self-awareness and understanding. Nestled within the remote mountains of Japan, within the confines of an ancient monastery, resided the venerable monk Kuma, renowned for his wisdom and rapport with his disciples. On a particular day during a gathering, Kuma convened a group of disciples perturbed by a recurring phenomenon they'd experienced for several months, awakening each night at 3 o'clock. My dear friends, Kuma commenced, I sense your apprehension regarding today's topic, and I understand there are numerous queries awaiting answers. How often, upon waking at 3 o'clock, have you felt a surge of fear and disquiet? How frequently have you found yourself ensconced in darkness, heart racing, pondering life's mysteries? Queried the monk. Eagerly, they awaited the master's elucidation, as sunlight streamed through the monastery's windows, and the gentle breeze served as a reminder of nature's omnipotence. Embarking on the discourse that had deeply troubled his disciples, Kuma ventured into the profound significances of their nocturnal awakenings. Should you find yourself experiencing or persistently encountering the 3 o'clock phenomenon, expounded Kuma, be cognizant that it's a more prevalent occurrence than perceived, albeit laden with profound connotations. They're not mere coincidences, but rather invitations from the universe to plumb the depths of our souls and forge a connection with the mystical essence pervading existence. Kuma led his disciples on a metaphorical voyage. Envision yourself as a solitary voyager adrift in a slumber as profound as the ocean, he depicted. Then, at 3 o'clock, the sea of your consciousness begins to roil and waves of awareness crest, beckoning you to navigate the recesses of your soul. Sleep, in this context, metamorphoses into the nocturnal leg of our expedition. Much like solitary explorers, we delve into the depths of sleep, plunging into the unknown, surrendering to the enigmatic currents of the night. Our consciousness, akin to a distant beacon amidst the tempest, awakens abruptly at 3 o'clock, when the night is at its darkest, and we find ourselves solitary beneath the star-strewn firmament. Herein lies the crux of our nocturnal sojourn, our minds illuminated akin to a lantern abruptly alight. The stroke of 3 o'clock becomes a pivotal juncture, a crossroads on our odyssey. The night, with its serenity and enigma, serves as our companion. Upon awakening, It's as though our inner beacon ignites, illuminating the path traversed and that which lies ahead. These awakenings become interludes in our expedition, moments wherein we peruse the cartography of our souls, reflecting upon the vicissitudes and joys encountered along the way. Solitary voyagers roused amidst the nocturnal ether find solace in the stars adorning the obsidian expanse. Each star symbolizes a memory, a lesson, a hope. Thus, the night metamorphoses into a realm of introspection, a respite amidst life's ceaseless march. Thus, as we awaken at 3 o'clock, ensconced in the silence of the night, we realize that our journey is not solely physical, but an epic of the soul. Every awakening constitutes a chapter, a fragment of verse within our travelogue. We may embrace these moments as reprieves, invitations to contemplate the splendor of the stars, to rewrite the annals of our destiny. Consider that behind these nocturnal awakenings, Kuma continued, lurks a delicate interplay between body and spirit. Our quotidian lives, akin to terrestrial dances, often culminate in weariness and discord. Sleep, ostensibly a refuge, transmutes into the stage wherein the tensions of our existence are laid bare. Kuma delved into the profound spiritual underpinnings of this phenomenon, correlating nocturnal awakening with the concept of cosmic harmony. The universe constitutes an ever-evolving symphony, he posited, and nocturnal awakenings represent moments wherein we may attune ourselves to celestial melodies. As minstrels of the soul, we must acquaint ourselves with harmonious resonance with the universe's vibrations. What are your reflections on these nocturnal awakenings, and what experiences have you encountered? The venerable and sagacious monk adorned his narratives with tangible exemplars, recounting tales of ancient sages who, upon awakening at 3 o'clock, received divine inspiration. Envision the Buddha, bathed in the starlight of 3 in the morning, meditating and aligning himself with the universe's ebb and flow, he recounted. Perceive that moment as an extraordinary opportunity for growth. Continuing his discourse, Kuma employed another analogy. The night resembles a celestial canvas, and awakening amidst its embrace represents the zenith of its vibrancy. Observe the minutiae, the hues emergent from the shadows. Be the artisans of your reality, for the night furnishes you with the ideal tableau to paint your aspirations and dreams. Kuma, gratified by his disciples' burgeoning tranquility, traversed the realms of intellect and spirit, expounding upon how nocturnal awakening could serve as a conduit to intuition and profound cognition. It's akin to a clandestine portal unfurling, granting ingress to latent wisdom and profound verities. Welcome these awakenings as keys to unlock the portals of inner comprehension. The monk interspersed the narrative with anecdotes of monastics who, awakened amidst the nocturnal hours, received divine teachings firsthand. Contemplate the solitary monk who, beneath the nocturnal expanse, discerns the presence of primordial spirits imparting sagacious counsel, he interjected. Recall that nocturnal awakening may serve as a bridge between the corporeal and spiritual domains, for it is precisely at such junctures that the veil demarcating the two realms thins. The disciples embarked upon a deluge of inquiries, propelled by their yearning to glean a deeper understanding of this captivating subject and discern the import of nocturnal awakening for each of them. Thus, in addressing their queries, Kuma expounded upon the symbolism inherent in the early morning hours, delving into the spiritual tenets of antiquated civilizations. 3 in the morning epitomizes the nocturnal nadir, a sacrosanct moment wherein darkness attains its zenith ere the break of dawn, he asserted, his countenance suffused with serene benevolence. My earnest entreaty to each of you, Kuma appended, is to perceive these nocturnal junctures as invitations to mindfulness. Rather than resisting or evading these awakenings, explore the nocturnal tapestry of your soul. Maintain a journal beside your resting place and transcribe the ruminations, visions, and inspirations that ensue. Always bear in mind that each awakening harbors pearls of wisdom that can enrich your spiritual trajectory. What insights have we gleaned through this odyssey into the enigmas of 3 and the morning awakenings? Beneath the veneer of happenstance lie profound and invaluable meanings. The night, with its shroud of enigma, emerges as a platform to forge a connection with our innermost selves and the enigmatic forces permeating the cosmos. Every nocturnal awakening serves as an entreaty, an opportunity to plumb the depths of our soul, harmonize with higher frequencies, and pursue augmented self-awareness. Therefore, rather than succumbing to fear or trepidation, deeming this phenomenon portentous, we can embrace these moments as precious gifts bestowed by the universe to enrich our spiritual expedition. Deepen your communion with yourself and the cosmos, and you'll discern that even within the nocturnal shadows, a luminescence awaits revelation. How often have you felt as if someone has stepped into your life with the sole purpose of shattering your dreams and ambitions? Sadly, we frequently encounter individuals who seem intent on causing us harm for a variety of reasons: personal vendettas, frustration, jealousy. Through a Zen tale, you'll learn to identify the indicators that someone is out to undermine you. Furthermore, if you stick around till the end, you'll also discover strategies to prevent such scenarios from occurring. But before we proceed, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and share this video. Your support through these simple actions enables us to generate new content daily for your spiritual journey. In today's session, the monk spoke in a serene yet compelling tone. We will delve into a critical subject. We're going to explore the 8 signs that unmistakably point out those who enter our lives with the intention to bring us down. A disciple named Ki, keen on learning more, inquired of Master Isaac, what are these signs, and how can we shield ourselves from those seeking to inflict harm? Eisen nodded in agreement and commenced with the first warning sign by sharing an age-old story. In the days of yore, within the monastery village, lived a sage with a valuable gem. A sly individual once approached him, commending his wisdom before requesting a glimpse of the gem. As the disciples pondered over instances when they were manipulated, Eisen narrated another story, illustrating the second sign, destructive criticism. Picture a flower garden, he started, wherein the plants, instead of being nurtured and loved, were persistently trampled upon by someone. What initially seemed trivial eventually led the garden to desiccate, and one by one, the plants perished. Constant criticism, Eisen emphasized, acts like relentless footsteps crushing our self-worth. Those plotting our downfall will resort to demeaning language and perpetual judgment to sap our spirit. It's crucial to distinguish between constructive criticism, which is beneficial for our growth, and destructive criticism, aimed solely at eroding our self-assurance. With a smile, Eisen introduced the third sign, social isolation. In a quaint village, he recounted, there was a fisherman, cherished by all for his nature and generosity. Then, an envious person started spreading malicious rumors about him. Gradually, the fisherman found himself deserted. numerous friends turned their backs, and the village began to overlook him. His life transformed drastically within months. Not only did he become solitary, he also lost many patrons, and his livelihood suffered. Isolating someone, Eisen elucidated, is akin to severing a tree's roots. Those who aim to ruin us will attempt to detach us from our circle, foment divisions, and breed mistrust. To counter this, we must foster robust relationships, present an untarnished image to others, and withstand efforts to isolate us. Addressing the fourth sign, defamation, Eisen invited a guest to share their tale. Not far from here, the guest lived a merchant, esteemed by all. A spiteful competitor started circulating baseless accusations about his integrity, tarnishing his reputation and leading the community to scorn him. Gradually, despite his unblemished honesty, people ceased patronizing him. This forced him to close his shop and relocate. Defamation, Eisen commented, is a venom that eats away at our moral fabric. Remember, those seeking our destruction will wield their words as blades, wounding us and our standing with fabricated tales. We must guard our reputation with truth and openness, ensuring that their slander finds no echo among the people. The disciples, some tearful, reminisced about times they were wronged through slander and contemplated future preventive measures. Thanks to the master's teachings, the fifth sign Eisen discussed was the salvage of opportunities. Envision a craftsman, he began, who, on the brink of success, found his efforts consistently thwarted. Tools disappeared, blueprints were destroyed, materials were damaged. Despite his talent, this unfortunate man couldn't advance. Sabotage, Eisen stated, is like a gust quenching the flames of our accomplishments. Those determined to undermine us will obstruct our paths by creating hurdles. To avert such instances, we must stay alert and safeguard our journey towards success. This involves surrounding ourselves with trustworthy individuals and keeping our plans confidential until they materialize. As the day waned and the warm tea soothed the disciples, who listened intently, Eisen spoke of the sixth sign, the invasion of privacy. Sharing a legend, he said, in an ancient city, a guardian of profound secrets existed. Driven by envy of his vast knowledge, someone attempted to pry into his manuscripts, aiming to pilfer the most guarded secrets. However, the guardian, with the aid of a loyal ally, remained vigilant and secured his treasures. Remember, Eisen stressed, your privacy is sacred. Those bent on our downfall will seek to infiltrate our personal domain, searching for information to use against us. We must staunchly defend our private realm, selectively choosing those we let into our lives to safeguard ourselves. As the mist enveloped, lending the monastery an even more mystical aura, the master unveiled the seventh sign, espionage. He told of a distant land where a noble warrior resided. An intimidated rival dispatched spies to scrutinize his every move. Yet the warrior, with acute intuition, uncovered the schemes and thwarted them. Espionage, Eisen cautioned, is akin to a shadow attempting to steal our mental peace. Those plotting against us will employ cunning tactics to monitor our every action. We must be cognizant of external influences and preserve our independence. The eighth and final sign Eisen highlighted was linked to physical assaults and threats. In a secluded valley, he narrated, there lived a devout monk guiding young men away from crime. A malicious figure, feeling his illicit interests jeopardized by the monk's righteous endeavors, sought to physically eliminate him through assault, hoping fear would compel him to abandon his mission. Physical aggression represents the utmost boundary of malevolence, Eisen warned. Those aiming to harm us might resort to intimidation and violence. In such situations, we must protect ourselves by seeking assistance when necessary. As the day concluded along with his narratives, Eisen gazed at his disciples with empathy. My children, life is a complex dance, with fellow dancers acting as either our mentors or shadows. Be observant and mindful of these signs, yet do not dwell in perpetual dread. Cultivate a sanctuary of trust and mutual respect around you, surround yourself with reliable companions, and prevent the darkness from extinguishing your inner light.